All right, guys, welcome back to another episode on the Dividend Doggo channel here on YouTube, where we talk about personal finance, saving, investing, and collecting dividends. This portfolio is designed to harvest in dividends and continually compound them to grow a stream of income so that I can financially retire early and enjoy the later years of my life with my wife and dog. I'm going to bring you in here. It's been a little while since we looked at the portfolio. There's certainly been some changes to the portfolio, and as you can see, we ended the week up about $10,000, which brought us back up over 500,000. I'm pretty happy with the way that this portfolio is going. I did put some money in and do some buys, so I did want to showcase that. I'm going to give you a quick little rundown. This is what my slices currently look like. This is as of March 7th, 2021, and we have utilities in second place. This jumped significantly due to a drop in one of the stocks that I've been following for quite some time. That would be VST. As you can see, VST has taken the lead as a really high position in the portfolio. It does make up now over $100,000 in the portfolio. It's earning right around $2,500 a year in dividends just from the stock alone. They did just raise the dividend that's going to be paid out in March here. I believe in about 8 days. Sorry, it's ex dividend in 8 days, and it pays out on the 31st, I believe, of March. So that's going to be a really nice chunk of money coming into the portfolio, and I will be rolling that back into shares of Vistra. They were beat up over uh, the news and the earnings call about a week or so ago. Basically, they are fronting the bill for their customers who were kind of out because of the way that ERCOT handled the electricity charges for utilities during the massive blizzard in Texas. So they are fronting somewhere between 800 million and 1.3 billion dollars worth of charges for their customers. They are litigating that. We'll see what happens with it, but because of that, the guidance wasn't able to be as clear and concise as it normally would have been. It has thrown a little bit of a monkey wrench into their plans to do share buybacks. They had already initiated that for 2021 and already done some of the buybacks prior to this event happening. But it was a really devastating event for Texas as a whole, and a lot of utility companies really struggled because of it. A lot of people went without power for anywhere from just a few hours to several days. So it's going to be interesting to see how they recover, but the stock did drop pretty significantly. I had about $25,000, I believe, in this stock before the drop, and I started piling money into it the day of the earnings call. As you can see, overall on 1 month, we are down pretty significantly still at negative $6,156. All time, we're down $3,600, which isn't too insane. It's about 3% of the $100,000 position. However, this is going to scale up pretty quickly and pretty rapidly, as I think it'll bounce back really quickly. So with that being said, I do want to go into some of the positions that I sold, and I changed around quite a few of them, about 14 positions. I do want to go through. I had some buys go through on the 26th. This was a combination of money put in and the sale of Apple. I sold Apple stock primarily because this is a dividend portfolio that I want to focus on earning dividends as quickly as possible, but the VST jump in to the stock was I need the money right now and I need to be able to transition it. So I took some gains from Apple. This was a very green position in my portfolio and I rolled it over. Now I do hold Apple in both my wife's 401k and my 401k. So it's not a huge deal for me to sell this off in the dividend portfolio. I do think that there's a significant chance for growth in VST, and that's why I went into this. Now, I did also sell off a lot of other positions, and I closed out a lot of these positions that you see here in the sells category. I did buy more VST. That is where the money came from, as I sold a lot of other positions, including Disney, which was a trade off play from Wynn Resorts. I took the money and the gains from that, rolled it into Disney, rolled more gains out of Disney, and I'm rolling that into VST primarily here. I did change out and sold out of Verizon and put that money straight into AT&T. I picked up some more Lockheed Martin, and I also added to Johnson & Johnson and the Bank of Ozarks here. I sold off many of the banking positions, the Toronto, Aflac, Royal Bank of Canada, T. Rowe Price. This was a pretty major shakeup for my portfolio as a whole, but as you can see, a lot of the positions I did not have a lot of money in, but these lower ones had already been sold and transferred into VST prior. This was on, I believe, Monday, March 1st, that this trade went through. I did close out several other positions. McDonald's, I fully closed out Disney, Starbucks, and Nike, rolled that into Home Depot. And then I had some dividend buys that came in here. This was just straight dividend payments that I rolled into Vistra, adding more shares. I will probably be adding a significant amount of shares to this over time this year. I'm going to pick up some more Home Depot in the near future here, but this is what we're looking at right now. And as you can see, we are still doing really solid in my opinion. I didn't expect this portfolio to be going up over the 500k mark as quick as it has. But for all time, we've now earned $18,000, almost $500 in dividends in the just over year and a half that this portfolio has been here on M1 Finance. And we've gotten $64,000 in market gains. Some of that has been locked in and rolled into other positions, and I'm excited to see this continue to grow. I think that this week is going to be a very spiky week. I think we're going to see some interesting news with the stimulus money being passed this weekend. I'll be curious to see how the market reacts. I think it's going to be a relatively green week going into the second week of March. And I'm hoping to be able to add some more to this portfolio over the next couple weeks here. And by the end of the month, roll in another $2,000 to $3,000 at least is what I'm hoping. I should be earning about $1,400 in dividends. And then I'm hoping to add about $2,000 of my own money into the portfolio. That will likely go into Home Depot and VST. So again, I do want to thank you for buying. Do you think I'm crazy for selling out so many positions and going absolutely wild into a high conviction stock? I did this with both Tencent and I've done this with AbbVie. Both of those have paid off relatively well. AbbVie was down a little bit over the past month. It's been pretty interesting to see how red these positions were, but as you can see, they were balanced out by finance and consumer pretty heavily. Telecom being up over the past month is wild to me. Industrials have been up, energy is up. Real estate is still kind of being affected by COVID. Tech has been severely hit over the past week. One of these days I'm going to get in and show you guys my Tencent portfolio. That dropped nearly $120,000 in the past month. Absolutely crazy. Some of you know that I hold about 7,000 shares of Tencent. That is it's by far my largest position. and it is absolutely wild, the roller coaster that stock has taken me on over the past 5 years. But I do think that the gaming sector has a phenomenal chance for growth. Um, I think that their earnings call is, I believe, Thursday or Friday this week. So I'm going to be really curious to see how that goes. I believe they're going to be up, and we'll see where that takes us. If there's anything in particular that you would like to see from me, leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the swaps and changes in the portfolio. And let me know if you have any questions or anything that you'd like me to talk about over the next week or so. Thank you for watching, and as always, the audio has been brought to us by Harris Heller and Stream Beats. I really appreciate the free music that he provides to all of the YouTube community and Twitch community. So big shout out to him. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those things, and I will see you really soon in another video.